Baby, you know I'm the old pack rat.
You guys don't know where a pack rat lives? Let me show you where a real pack rat lives. Hey, Ben, get your ass over here.
I know I'm in Pittsburgh when someone starts cussing at me.
Yeah.
So that's... Jerry,
Well,
what happened? What do you...
it looks like a disaster. What's going on? That's
Jerry,
just part of my pack rat
I'm
stuff
glad,
right
I'm
here.
glad you cleaned before I got
Well,
here. You know?
yeah,
Jeez.
you're glad I organized everything, right?
Oh, it's, well, I
With
feel...
my Pepsi boxes and my beer cases.
I do feel like I'm at home.
My supply of toilet paper.
Well, we'll be talking about that later.
Yeah.
Jerry, so what happened?
Well, what happened is I bought too many records and don't have time to sort them out. That's pretty much what happened.
And this is where you live.
I live here, yes. I moved here 5 years ago.
So this would be your living room.
This is, well, yeah, it's my reception room.
Right, right.
This is when I buy a bunch of records, they go here so I can figure out what I got, you know.
Obviously, we just were at your store. How many records do you think you have in here?
Well, in this building, there's probably 1 million. There's 1 million in the store, and we're closing in on 1 million here. So I'm getting up to 2 million. And there really is. I know how much room 2 million records takes up. This is what it kind of looks like. Back where in my neighborhood, I used to own two houses that nothing lived in there but records. And I lived in one house, and 2 houses were full of records. And after that, I just got tired of paying all the rent and the utilities. And my buddy found me this building. And I said, this is my dream building, you know.
Yeah, show me around now.
Okay.
You know.
Well, this is more of the same records these are not high priority records. These are records that either I have a lot of them at the store already or I haven't got around to sorting them yet. We just put them in these boxes. Each box holds 100 records, by the way.
Each box holds 100.
Approximately 100 records in each one of these moving boxes. So this will give you some idea of the amount that's just in any of these rooms.
How do you keep track of what you got?
Well, I lost track about 10 years ago. This is the family room. These are all my children. This is my own personal record collection that, I never planned to sell. We've been putting these in order for probably the last 1.5 years, 2 years. It goes everywhere from, it's A to Z, plus there's special categories like calypso and spoken word and comedy and stuff like that. But I estimated my own collection, there's about 30,000.
Now, have you had a chance to listen to the ones in this
A lot
room?
of these, yeah. I listened to them at the store before I even brought them home. Like, a lot of these are like nice old blues albums. Sonny Terry, best harmonica player ever lived. A lot of this stuff is part of my childhood and the last 35 years of owning a record store.
This in here is a music lover's wet dream.
Well,
there's stuff in here, Jerry, that you can't find anywhere on CD.
No, a lot of it, I think really, like in my store, I think that probably 60, 70% of that music is not available on CD or even downloads because nobody cares about it enough.
So what you're saying is a lot of this stuff's never been put on CD yet, right?
Well, Dr. Joyce Brothers, who was the Dr. Phil of her day, talks about, I'm sure most of this stuff doesn't even matter anymore, what her opinions are.
Well,
but how many people actually went out and bought this thing,
Were you that kid on the block that discovered the first music and
Yeah,
then turned your friends onto it?
I was one of them. I was like the first guy that bought Bob Dylan and all that. That was my era. And nobody in school was interested in none of that stuff, And then it just grew from there,
I'm one of those guys that can't get enough information.
Well,
Did they make any albums that?
sure. Have you ever wanted to learn how to play bongos?
Well,
In only 20 steps, This album will teach you. If you ever wanted to communicate your ideas, This album will teach you. Have you ever felt like self-hypnotizing yourself? Well, you better watch. You might do it and wake up quacking like a duck or something.
I think we're doing that to our fans at home right now.
Yeah.
You know, you've got an impressive collection.
You want to go to Primanti's, get a sandwich or
Yeah, I
something?
might head
Oh,
over
wait
there.
a minute. I got something else to say. Follow me. Come this way.
There's more. We're going down the dungeon here, folks. Jerry, you've got some records.
We're getting organized a little bit.